Multimedia teguh mendukung harapan agung negara, penyahu seruan wawasan negara, unggul di mata dunia. Langkah seiring mengejar cita di hari muka, kan terus maju bersama menuju cahaya ketulusan jiwa, semangat berusaha, unggul di mata dunia. Ke puncak menara dituju, keunggulan cita yang luhur, melangkah kita bersama, bersatu, bersinar permata negara, dikagumi serata dunia, selamanya dan gemilang di persada dunia multimedia. Langkah seiring mengejar cita di hari muka, kan terus maju bersama menuju cahaya ketulusan jiwa, semangat berusaha, unggul di mata dunia. Ke puncak menara dituju, keunggulan cita yang luhur, melangkah kita bersama, bersatu, bersinar permata negara, dikagumi serata dunia, selamanya dan gemilang di persada dunia multimedia. Terunggu di mata dunia.
Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon to everyone who's watching us live on MMU Facebook and also on MMU YouTube. This is your host today. I am Natalia and I am from Multimedia University, your host for MMU Virtual Info Day today at 2 p.m. So MMU Virtual Info Day is happening every Saturday and Sunday throughout the month of September. Earlier today, we had the webinar on sports. Hope you had catch it live. But if you had not, don't worry. We had it all safe recorded on our Facebook and YouTube. So do check our sports webinar earlier today. So now we have our next segment for MMU Virtual Info Day, which is what's hot in the area or domains of management, computer science, and also IT. I will just start today with the domain of management, and I have someone who's also very hot from Multimedia University, particularly in the Faculty of Management. So without further ado, let's have Dr. Abdul Aziz on stage also. Assalamualaikum, Dr. Aziz.
Waalaikumsalam.
Maybe guess you're laughing because I say we have someone hot from Faculty of Management, MMU.
Yeah. Not that hot anymore lah. It's getting warmer.
Well, anymore tak apa, kita boleh hot, hotter. So speaking of getting hot, hotter and hottest, this is how MMU VID or MMU Virtual Info Day is structured this weekend. We will start with something hot today and we will going into something hotter tomorrow. So stay tuned throughout the weekend because we have various things outlined for you. It's all happening live on MMU Facebook and YouTube. At the same time, also do check out the other programs that we have outlined on MMU Virtual Info Day. You can also, if it's not too late, we have something also on concurrently at 3 p.m. that specifically look into digital business diploma by the Faculty of Business. So do check out on our links where we have, if you would like to attend that also, it's also there. But of course, you can stay with me and the hot Dr. Aziz, where we're going to go into the details of Faculty of Management, and also Dr. Aziz, who's a lecturer in the Faculty of Management. So Dr. Aziz, let's start with a little bit of your background.
Okay, thank you very much. Firstly, on behalf of the faculty, we would like to thank SMART, especially Miss Natalia, for inviting us to be part of this events of the virtual open day for Multimedia University. Thank you very much. Firstly, just to start, all right, my name is Abdul Aziz Ahmad. I'm currently the Deputy Dean for Student Experience and Alumni for Faculty of Management, Multimedia University, Cyberjaya. And I have holding this post for not that long. For this is the second year. We call ourselves the COVID team at the faculty team. Yeah. So because we started in March last year, so it's not an easy feat for us to manage the whole faculty together with 1,000 plus students during this COVID pandemic, because everything is so uncertain. So we have to be on our toes to actually manage everything. So however, we are thankful to have a very supportive faculty who have been through with us until now. All right, back to me. I'm from a middle household income. All right. Basically, my schools was generally I never been to Sekolah Berasrama Penuh (SBP) because personally I was being seen as someone that who is not academically good. Okay, maybe because of being youngest in the family, I tend to be like manja and whatnot. So people perceive being the youngest as manja and not serious in their life, especially their studies, right? So I went and during my SPM, my results was cukup makan, just to make sure that I am able to continue my studies doing my diploma. All right, diploma in accountancy in UITM, Segamat, Johor. And just to let you know, that was my first time away from family. So you can imagine the hardship of being away from the family for 2.5 years to 3 years. And then I continued with my degree in accounting in UITM also, in Shah Alam. Alhamdulillah, I managed to get a first class honors degree for my Bachelor of Accounting. And then I started working. All right. So after I completed my degree, I started working in an industry. Okay. I started working in an industry, and the first industry that I was in is transportation company. Okay. So I was the finance executive, and then I move on to assistant manager. This is when opportunities knock on my door, where I was being called for an interview in Multimedia University, Cyberjaya, as an assistant manager for finance. So, which is in 2000, the year 2000. So, I applied, I was interviewed, and I successfully managed to get into MMU. So this and until today, I am still with MMU. So during my time in as an assistant manager for finance, MMU provide me an opportunity for me to continue my studies doing my masters. And I have my degree in accounting, but my master's is in IT. All right, because during that time in the year 2000 or 2003, something like that, IT technology system software are being used throughout the MMU activities, especially previously, if you can remember, Nat, we have ICOMS, right? Integrated Campus Education Management System, if you still can remember. And in finance, we are using it 100%. And I am very intrigued to see, and before that, we are just being a user of the system. And I'm very intrigued to know what happens behind the system. Okay, there must be people behind it that develop the system and whatnot. That is where I registered myself doing my master's in science information technology in UiTM Shah Alam. All right, and then after I completed my master's, I in 2006, okay, I convert myself from an admin staff to an academic staff, okay, in 2006. And I was being interviewed by during that time, Prof. Ismail, the Dean of Faculty of Management, and I managed to get into academics line. All right, and then Alhamdulillah, in 2007, I was being offered for a scholarship from Yayasan Telekom Malaysia to do my PhD. In accounting, majoring in information system from in Manchester Business School, University of Manchester, United Kingdom. So I was there for 3.5 years. So and then even before completed my PhD, they already asked me to come back. Oh, you have to come back. You have to come back. So and in 2011, I came back and I continued my studies. I continued my teaching with Faculty of Management, Cyberjaya. Okay. So yeah, so that's basically on my education journey. As I mentioned, I'm the youngest of 7. My mother is still here. I'm staying with her. So tiap-tiap hari ada orang je yang nak bergaduh. So we will take it as a more screen-free kind of relationship lah. If not every day, 24 hours, we are very much having a lot of screen time. So if I can relax myself, I usually opt off screen and I try to mingle around with humans. All right, I think that's all that.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Aziz. That's like, okay, a lot about yourself and also what you do and also the history of tak salah lah. I pilih memang betul hot kan. So now, I don't know where to start to basically go into the details of what you have said. But I think what is very interesting to highlight here is your background, that you have accounting background, then you work in the industry, coming to MMU, continue pursuing your degree, master's degree, and also your PhD in the field of IT. And if you don't mind, you mentioned just now you did your PhD. Not sure if you mentioned which area within your PhD just now.
I did my PhD in accounting, majoring information system. So I combined what I did for my degree with what I did in my master's. So I combine everything and I do my PhD on that.
Yeah, this is an interesting point that I think we should take on, which is you have your accounting background or the accounting domain, and you so-called marry it with the IT or information technology. And we're talking about this is like way back in the year 2003. And now you have a PhD that combines these two areas, which brings to the next point where people always check up, oh, MMU ada Faculty of Management. MMU is so known for the engineering, technology, creative multimedia, IT, computer science. Oh, but also we have the Faculty of Management offering management programs. We do also have a sister campus in Malacca, which has Faculty of Business offering almost the same similar programs with Faculty of Management, which is located in Cyberjaya. So Dr. Aziz, maybe you can elaborate how do you or why in um, even way back in 2003 that you see the importance of having accounting and IT combined into one, and how Faculty of Management in MMU provides this interdisciplinary that spark under the Faculty of Management.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Nat, for an excellent question. I love to talk about myself, but I thank you for giving the opportunity for me to share my experience. So as I mentioned to you earlier, when I joined MMU in the year 2000 as an assistant manager in finance, I was handling accounts receivable, and I was handling budget, GL, and also I was handling audit. Okay. So whenever auditors are coming, so I'm the one who have to deal with the auditors, preparing the schedules and whatnot. So since we are very much, what do you call that? Using the items or the system during that time, I really need to know how the systems work before I can really provide justifications why the results of the report are like this, why the results of the report is like that. And usually in audit, as you know, we need to do a lot of reconciliation based on the reports and based on the accounting data. So when there is a mismatch between that two important data, we need to reconcile. And in order for us to reconcile, I need to go into the system. All right. And there is a challenge because during that time, I don't know how the systems work. Okay, I know about accounting, I know about debits and credits. That is my subject matter. But when we talk about the system itself, the system that come up with that particular all the data that we are using, it's very difficult for me to provide justification to the auditors why there are differences. So it frustrates me. So this because I have to deal with people. So and sometimes these people are not able to give me what I wanted to hear. So because I know there must be something that we can do to make that reports more manageable. So I think that this cannot be happening for the next few years. I'm handling this. So I think that is where my interest to further my studies in my master's degree in IT sparks. All right. So I started doing it part-time. All right. And then this was back in 2004. Okay. So and then when I have the opportunity to do my PhD, I did a combination of that in 2007. And then before I went to Manchester for my PhD, in MMU we already have a few programs or few subjects, basically in accounting, that combines technology and accounting. All right, so that was way in 2006. Okay, but when I came back from my PhD in 2011, I can see there is a huge development of technology-related subject in business-related programs. All right, so I can share a lot in relation to the embedment of technology subject in our accounting program. So currently, I think we have the highest number of technology subject. We have 5, and there will be more subjects that is in the Bachelor of Accounting. Okay, so and then not only for Bachelor of Accounting, we also have all our other programs like Bachelor of Marketing, Bachelor of Analytical Economics, Bachelor of Finance, Financial Engineering, Marketing. All of this particular program has a certain level, a certain percentage of technology being part of that particular program. So basically, when we talk about Bachelor of Marketing, we don't teach conventional marketing. Of course, it is part of it, but we also embedded the technological part of marketing, especially with the social media marketing and whatnot. So how are we going to embrace the new technology, new social media world with this particular marketing strategies? Okay, and then when we talk about Bachelor of Financial Engineering, okay, it is not pure finance and it is not pure engineering. It's a combination whereby these particular programs embed not only the calculation part, not only the technical part of finance, but also the engineering, the computer science part of it. So they will be doing a lot of computer programming. They will be doing a lot of other analytical softwares that will be embedded inside this. And Alhamdulillah, the take for Bachelor of Financial Engineering has increased throughout the years. All right, the prospect are seeing the importance of financial engineering, especially with the evolutions of industry 4.0 and whatnot. So the take on this particular program is very, very fruitful. Okay, and especially in terms of we also have a new program called Bachelor of Digital Enterprise Management System. So this particular program also we combine the business acumen, the subject matter of business with technology. In this particular part, we are embedding the enterprise resource planning system within that particular program itself. So similarly, they have to be good in business, and they also have to be good in programming. So that's how the program in Faculty of Management have evolved throughout the years. So there will be more programs coming in. There will be new digital diploma in digital enterprise, diploma in digital accounting. So stay tuned. All of these particular programs are currently in the process of being offered, and yeah, we want to embed more technological based program in our faculty.
So I guess that Aziz, why Faculty of Management in MMU does all this to have more technology component, and I'm sure you will be able to elaborate also after this how in terms of accounting industry per se, the standing of MMU for its accounting degree by itself, and now with all these technology components that you are embedding in, it will increase the employability of someone who would graduate from your faculty. So I assume that is the thing that we are trying to achieve from the Faculty of Management.
Yes. I think for me personally, my KPI is on is on the graduate employability. Okay, as the Deputy Dean for Student Experience and Alumni, we have to make sure that the graduate employability reach a certain percentage. All right, and we at the faculty level are trying very hard to ensure of this, and we at the faculty have been in touch with the industry throughout our activities, especially in terms of student activities and also with the alumni engagement itself. So, for example, at the faculty level, we have a few clubs that are placed under Faculty of Management. So we have Faculty of Management Society, and we also have Cyberjaya Accounting Club. All right. So these two clubs have been in touch with the industry very professionally. So we just want the industry to know that we have this kind of program that really what do you call that? That are very the content of the program are very related to the what industry wants, and usually we invited the industry, the professional bodies, the what do you call that? The industry to give a talk to our student on their expectation. What are their expected of our student? So basically, from the what do you call that? From the communication that we receive from the industry after student internship, and every time we went to the industry to ask about our students, the response was surprisingly very good, excellent, because you know we as lecturers, when we see students, we see them as students, but when the industry see our student, they see them as employees. So for us, they are still our student, but when the employers was saying that, oh, your MMU students are very good, they are able to work independently, they know what they are doing, we only give them minimal supervision. I was saying, really? I didn't know.
Dia sama macam anak lah, you know, for a mother or father will always see a child as anak. So, you know, tak kira lah dah bertua pun, it's still anak, you know. Then they will always see. I guess the same with us. We see our students as
Betul,
students.
betul, betul, betul.
So, but then we have strong students body, and our students turn into what we call Permata Dunia, you know, the pride of the nation. You know, working around the world, working in very strong positions. Some of them, if not many of them, are the leaders of a certain sector of the industry. So speaking of our students, our alumni, the Faculty of Management in Multimedia University has this concept. If we look at their social media, something that they call themselves formally, I hope I pronounce it correctly, because it's FOM, as in the acronym for Faculty of Management, and embedding the familyness into it. So they have FOM. So formally. So if you follow, you know, check out, if you are watching this, check out after this lah. Now you hear us first, you know. So check out after this the Faculty of Management's social media, where you see how the familyness is very apparent in the Faculty of Management. But we'll have the Deputy Dean of Student Experience here to maybe elaborate the concept of familyness in Faculty of Management MMU.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Nat, for yeah. I think I never, because the concept of formulae was being formed. uh, the concept was integrated throughout the faculty itself. All right. And the concept of formulae was coined by our very own dean, Dr. Fairoz, who you will be seeing tomorrow, inshallah. So he says that this concept, or this concept of familyness, togetherness, and whatnot have to be embedded not only with our lecturers or our admin staff, but also with the students. All right. So that's why with that particular concept, whatever we do, we think about our family. All right. So and then our family is getting bigger and bigger throughout the years with the 12,000 alumni since the year 2000, and then we have 1,200 active students, undergraduate and postgraduates. All right. And then to make it togetherness is quite a challenging aspect, right? So of course akan ada anak yang tercicir, but we try to include everyone in our activities. So what we do is we have a separate sessions with the because the needs and the expectations of anak-anak ni berbeza, right? So we have the undergraduates, perangainya macam ni, the postgraduate perangainya macam ni. So yang abang-abang postgraduate doesn't want to involve in the undergraduates, adik-adik, that kind of thing. So we have to come up with an appropriate events lah that we can cater to all. And then because kita mak bapak dengan anak-anak pun expectation dengan generation gap. So kalau kita buat if we do any activities pun anak-anak macam like not interested, guys, not happening enough. So so what we did, we throw the idea to the faculty-based clubs and societies for them to come up with events that they are interested, and we will be involved in that particular events. So for example, we have pillow talk, and it seems that the student love to hear about the lecturers. And then and we take that opportunity to tell the students that we are human. We are not lecturers that always scares
Like
you.
super geniuses, right? We are not super geniuses.
No, we are not super gen. We are people. We make mistake. We have habits and whatnot. So from that particular kind of activities, it improve the reduce the gaps lah between the students and also the faculty altogether.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting concept that there are many concepts that can bring people together, the faculty, the students, the alumni into making or preparing, nurturing the students, the current students into becoming an adult. The university is always the best days of one person's life. I'm sure you would agree with that. I think everyone would agree with it. That's why we never leave the university. Kan Dr. Aziz, we are still here in the university. So that's the reason I think why FOM had come up with this family concept where it is seen as togetherness, and this togetherness will bring various synergies, I guess, between the various, because there's so many programs, you have so many programs, so many activities, various industry players together with faculty of management, and this will all come in component cohesively that will prepare the students from faculty of management to be ready for the industry. Maybe Dr. Aziz, if you can share, because you were saying just now you have something like 12,000 alumni already in the market, right? Yeah, we will create it. We celebrate. We are in the midst of celebrating our 25th anniversary. That's the logo, if you can see at the live there. We are slowly celebrating our 25th anniversary. And we have 12,000 alumni from the Faculty of Management. Perhaps Dr. Aziz, you can sebut lah, petik nama kan, beberapa alumni from Faculty of Management.
All right, okay. So when we talk about alumni, or our pemata dunia, 12,000, I believe it is very challenging for us to really pick up and identify. So, but the most prominent alumni that we have, there are few, but that was always there to give back to the faculty. If you know, with his tagline, what do you call it? Tak handsome, tak apa, janji kaya. Datuk Dr. Nazrihan, he completed his PhD with Multimedia University from the Faculty of Management, and we also have few, and we also have a few upcoming alumni. What do you call that? Prominent alumni. Okay, especially we have this program in the faculty called Jalan-Jalan Cari Alumni. Okay, so we previously the plan was to go to their offices and see how they do, but because of the pandemic, all right, I only managed to go to one in Ipoh, Perak, whereby his name is Mio Rizal Fitri. He is currently the CEO of Perak Digital. Okay, yeah, so he was very pleasant, accepting of us, visiting him. And then I also went to one of our accounting graduates, Shafiq Kamarullah, currently with his Bachelor of Accounting degree. Currently he has established an accounting firm in Bangi. All right. And then even last 2 weeks, we had a virtual Jalan-Jalan Cari Alumni with the recipient of Chancellor Award graduation 2020, Encik Hazmi Hamizan, and currently he is with Khazanah Malaysia, dealing with investment and equity. So we are so proud to have them as our alumni, and basically all our 12,000 alumni are successful people, and we wish them all the best in their future undertakings, and hopefully we will try to gather all of you as soon as possible, because we are having this homecoming event at the end of the middle of next month. So hopefully we will be able to spread the news, and you can come back to the faculty during these homecoming events.
Yeah, those who are watching us live or even after this on recorded version, the homecoming, as mentioned by Dr. Aziz, will all happen live on MMU Facebook and also MMU's YouTube channel. So you can also check out, even if you are not an alumni of MMU. So you want to see how the alumni looks like and how they deal with each other, you know, the interaction. We had this homecoming already happening since earlier this year on live, because we cannot do physical, so it's all screen time all the way. Dr. Aziz, this is the new norm of human interaction. You know, talk to the screen, look into the camera, Natalia, look into the camera, so that people will be seeing you as if like you're seeing them. So, you know, it's screen time. That's how we interact now. So speaking of alumni, I'm going to take this particular moment, Dr. Aziz, to share with everyone a short film done by the alumni of Faculty Creative Multimedia, who is none other than the infamous Gus Abu Bakar, who's the director, producer of the various film, and now showing iklan pula lah kan untuk Gus Abu Bakar, showing on Netflix the his movie Bulan and Pria Terhebat. So tapi kita tak nak play back that movie. We be playing back something that is in the domain of Faculty of Management and Faculty of Business. So MMU Studios, if you can play back the short film by Gus Abu Bakar on profit and loss.
Ben, mana?
Liana, awak tak boleh siapkan? Awak tahu tak banyak ni? Hey, pandang saya. Siapa nak buat semua-semua benda ni? Saya dah bagi awak banyak masa kan? Saya nak kena present benda-benda ni. Kenapa awak tak boleh siapkan kerja? Tak cukup ke masa saya bagi?
Boss?
Rashid, I'm in the middle of something. Can't you see?
Tak, kejap. Tadi dari luar saya dengar ada kerja yang tak siap kan? Ni saya rasa saya boleh buat ni. Kejap je.
Are you serious?
Ya, my report pun dah siap, so I have nothing to do anyway.
Banyak ni, tahu tak? And I don't think so. You boleh siapkan dalam masa sehari.
Boss, trust me. It's easy for me.
Liana, OT awak bulan ni akan pergi ke Rashid. Faham?
Boss. No need. It's okay. Fisabilillah.
Untung syarikat ni ada awak, Rashid. Thank you so much. Liana, diam je ke tak nak cakap apa-apa kat Rashid?
Untung syarikat ni ada awak, Rashid. Thank you so much.
Boss?
Rashid,
Ya.
thank you so much and I know you can do this. Oh, manalah tahu kan kalau tahun ni saya boleh bagi awak full mark appraisal?
Amin.
Okay, all the best. Good luck.
Drive safe. Bye-bye. I'm good. Take care. Bro. Kau stay back ke? Asal kau tak balik je? Kenapalah kau baik sangat nak buat kerja si Liana tu?
Kejap je ni. Ni, aku kat MMU dulu, exam accounting sejam je tau. Orang lain berpeluh ketiak jawab 3 jam. Sejam.
Berapa result paper kau dapat?
Bro, of course lah. I was shit.
Bro, cuba kau terus terang aku. Sebenarnya kau nak impresskan Liana kan?
Dah 28. Kau faham mak-mak macam mana kan? So aku cuba guna skill accounting aku ni, cuba pusing-pusing mana tahu Liana tu jadi jodoh aku.
Terpulang kat kau lah bro, kau nak stay ke apa. Tapi kau hati-hati sikit lah sebab ada orang bagi tahu aku tempat ni bila lepas office hour dia macam lembut.
Lembut? Mana ada pagat lembut kat sini?
Maksud aku bro, dia keras bro. Kau tahu keras tu apa? Kau tak nak percaya sudah, tapi kau jangan cakap aku tak beritahu
Ya bro, nanti kalau keras tu datang, kau ajak dia keras dengan aku buat report.
Okey. Tapi kalau apa-apa jadi, kau jangan nak call aku bagi tahu apa-apa. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Dia salah tak pakai? Apa yang tak betul lagi ni? Hei.
Siapa tu? Hello? Ada yang tak balik lagi ke? Kalau ada apa-apa, kau jangan cuba nak call aku
kali saya tanya awak. Awak faham ke tidak apa yang saya ajar tadi? Lain kali awak jangan tidur dalam kelas saya. Faham?
Welcome back to MMU Virtual Info Day happening today on Saturday, the 11th of September. And you are with me, Natalia Shamswa, and also the hot Dr. Aziz from Faculty of Management. So we have been with Dr. Aziz since 2 p.m. Without fail, every time I say the hot Dr. Aziz, he will laugh lah. Kan? So we hope that those who have been with us since 2 o'clock just now, thank you very much for still being with us. Stay tuned for those who are going to go next. We're going to look into the hot from the IT domain and also computer science domain. So Dr. Aziz, thank you very much for your time. We had heard all these sharings from you. Those who would want to know a little bit more or even more than more about Faculty of Management in Multimedia University, please do follow our social media, including Faculty of Management's social media. Dr. Aziz, if you would like to share some last few words and also promoting lah FOM punya Faculty of Management punya social media for those who are hearing this to further look into the information that they might want to find.
All right. Thank you very much, Natalia, for this most opportunity that you are giving us. So just to let you know, basically, studying in Faculty of Management is not as scary as what the video entails. So nobody.
It's not the scary part. We want to highlight the car that's associated with this domain.
I was wondering the same thing. So basically, we'll try to make sure your journey in Faculty of Management as beautiful as possible. Some of our students met their better half during their studies in MMU. So that's one of the things that I want to highlight. Not the scary part of, although it's scary when your balance sheet does not balance, your P&L shows a losses and whatnot. But we will try to make it a sweet loss or a sweet negative. Okay. And if you want to know more about our program, about our activities that we are currently doing, you can always visit our social media. We have our Instagram, Facebook, YouTube channels. So we just search Faculty of Management or fom.mmu, then you will be reaching to us. So you can always DM us if you need any clarification on certain programs and whatnot. We are very much willing to assist wherever that we can. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Aziz. Thank you very much also for those who are watching us live on MMU Facebook and also MMU YouTube. This is the segment for what's hot in the domain of management. Tomorrow we'll be continuing this segment, which called What's Definitely Hot and Getting Hotter in the faculty or in the field of management, where we'll be having the hot dean from Faculty of Management, which is Dr. Aziz. Dr. Aziz naik pangkat kan. Alamak, sorry Dr. Fairuz. Dr. Fairuz, tak sebab bila hot ni kita associate dengan Dr. Aziz. So macam, alright. So anyway, we'll be having Dr. Fairuz, the Dean of Faculty of Management tomorrow, together also with the Deputy Dean of Research, Associate Professor Dr. Mageswari. So we'll have the postgraduate and information more on the different pathway towards the programs in Faculty of Management. Today, I hope you have shared what you have heard from Dr. Aziz sharing just now. What we want to share is that the formally and how the Faculty of Management in Multimedia University has its programs having strong, solid the domain, the fundamentals of the domain in management. Particularly today we have accounting because Dr. Aziz is from the accounting department, and also the profit and loss short firm we have also on the accounting program, where all these accounting programs and the management programs are embedded with technology component and the strong human side in Faculty of Management. So once again, thank you very much, Dr. Aziz, for being with us today.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. So we're going to be taking a short break. Don't go anywhere. After this short break, we will continue at 3, that's like 5 minutes from now, with the hot Faculty of Computing and Informatics, where we have Dr. Wana Shahida, and also the Faculty of Information System and Technology, Dr. Ui Sihin. So stay tuned. Thank you very much, Dr. Aziz. We'll take a short break.
Multimedia University, because MMU is you, leading the digital future. Visit mmu.edu.my.
Kami perintis generasi multimedia, teguh mendukung harapan agung negara, penyahut seruan wawasan negara, unggul di mata dunia. Langkah seiring mengejar cita di hari muka, kan terus maju bersama menuju cahaya ketulusan jiwa, semangat berusaha, unggul di mata dunia. Ke puncak menara dituju, keunggulan serungku di mata dunia.
Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. You are with us on MMU Virtual Info Day happening all weekend on Saturday and Sundays in September. This is Natalia Shamswa and I am your host today for the MMU Virtual Info Day, where we had started from the morning where we had the webinar sports on webinar, where we had the trainers, coaches on the sports component. See, I'm like doing this stuck sebab daripada pagi tadi kan. So the thing is, we have that live happening on MMU Facebook and YouTube, but we had it also saved and recorded on our Facebook and YouTube. So if you have missed that and you would like to check out this sports webinar, please do so. And just now at 2 p.m, we had the Deputy Dean of Student Experience and Alumni, Dr. Abdul Aziz from the Faculty of Management, sharing what's hot in the field or the domain of management. Now, together with me for this segment now, I have what's hot in the domain of IT and computer science. And with me is Dr. Wan Nur Shahida from the Faculty of Computing and Informatics, and also Dr. Ui Sihin from the Faculty of Information Science and Technology. So welcome, Dr. Wan Nur Shahida.
Hi.
Hello, Dr. Wan Nur Shahida and myself goes a little bit very long way. She's my junior. We should not reveal our age and what year is that. We went to the same school back then in high school. We went to Maktab Rendah Sains Mara, Taiping. So if there are any Ansara people who are watching this, we are the proud Ansararians from Taiping. So Dr. Wan Shahida, how are you doing this morning? This afternoon. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation.
Okay, hi Natalia. I hope that everyone is enjoying this session as much as me up to this point.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Wan. Also with me is Dr. Ui Sihin, and we also go a very long way because we have been working very closely together in many areas when it deals with research and innovation and enabling MMU's research. So Dr. Ui is from the Faculty of Information Science and Technology, and Dr. Ui is also the Deputy Director for the Technology Transfer Office. Hello, Dr. Ui.
Hi, Ms. Natalia. Good to see you here, and also good to see everyone here. So we hope that this will be a useful sessions to serve as the references for the future MMUians.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Ui, for accepting this invitation to be featured in What's Hot in the domain for IT and computer science. So if you guys are watching this live on MMU's Facebook and also on MMU's YouTube, we have curated, we have many experts in MMU, and it's curated in such that we have girl power today, to talk about faculty or in the field of computing and also IT, because it's seen as something that's a male-dominated field or industry. So maybe Dr. Wan, you can comment first. Is computing and IT really something would be difficult for a girl or a female to do, or why is it always being associated to something of a male kind of domain?
Okay. Hi everyone. So let me just introduce myself first. So I am Dr. Wan Nur Shahida binti Muhammad Isa. So people call me, in MMU, people call me Dr. Wan or either Dr. Shahida. So I am currently a senior lecturer at the Faculty of Computing and Informatics. So I was actually the Deputy Dean for the faculty for the past 5 years, from 2016 until 2020. So I actually graduated with an electrical engineering degree from Vanderbilt University in the US, and then I continue to pursue my master's degree in computer science and then PhD in the field of IT at MMU itself. And so when it comes to talking about IT as a male-dominated field, I would say it is true because I mean from the past many years again that I had been working in MMU, so I was actually a TM scholar and been working with MMU since I first graduated in 1999. Oh, sorry, Natalia, if I actually reveal our age.
Yes, now everybody is live on Facebook and YouTube. Like literally everyone knows our age. Now everybody can do some simple calculation, arithmetic to go back and figure out how old we are, Dr. Wan.
So I am so basically I would say yes. Originally, since I've been working in MMU since 1999, so I would say yes. The trend originally starts off with a lot of male students, okay, and then male and coming towards this 20 in this era, basically, I would say that that may not be so true, okay, because now we do have initiative with regard to girls who code and so on, and so we are getting nearly 50-50 male to female ratio now in at least in my faculty, I would say. Okay.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Wan, for the introduction and also a little bit of your take on like, there's a good progress and also revealing how old we are, you know. All right. So, Dr. Uy, if you could share with us a little bit of your background and also your point of view is generally the IT and computing is a field or a domain that is more masculine than feminine.
Okay, so I think I have to remind myself not to reveal my batch. So yeah, a little bit on me. I am an alumni from MMU. I was the MMU students. Yeah, seen somewhere around, maybe almost near to your time, very near, very near.
Now people can do estimation also.
Okay, and I admit the trend is actually the male is always more than female. Back in our time is that we always have a joke and we said that, FET, like engineering, is like a Shaolin temple. Like in Chinese, a Shaolin temple are all male. So that is, that is the engineering. But in IT, there's a mixture. And then in management, then it will be like all female. So I think this trend is, I would say that carrying the same even up to now. But if you're asking me that if there is any restriction or limitations to make a female to have a less successful in the field, that I don't agree. I see a lot of a female who strike very well in their career. And then like myself also, I'm one of the program coordinators for the security technology programs in FISDs. So you can see that actually many organizations and also the female power is gaining the attentions throughout the global and also the world. And I will see that actually female, we have the advantage to succeed because if let's say we possess the same technical skills, we have a better communication skills. So if you're asking me, I would say that we actually have the advantages. So to moving further and even more successful than male. Of course, this topic is not comparing the male and female, but I'm just trying to say that definitely female has no issues to, studying in this field. And I see it as an advantage to us.
Yeah, I think it's good that what we can do to those who are watching us, whether live now or when this is already recorded and this is viewed, that we want girls to feel that it's possible to continue in this domain. So Dr. Uy, you mentioned just now that we have the security program in your faculty. Maybe perhaps you can elaborate a little bit more on the program that you are leading in the faculty of FISD. that we are able to have a little bit more view because it's something that memang trending or even the buzzwords, right? When we talk about cybersecurity and the security program, and if you can share a little bit more about that program.
Yeah, sure, sure. So I would like to, that it's part of the proud, and something that I would like to share is that MMU is the first university who offering the majoring in the cybersecurity. But we don't really name it as a cybersecurity, and we name it as security technology because we try to be like all-rounded. So we have a different career path for our students. If let's say they have an interest to pursue their career in penetration test track, then they can take one of the subject, which is the ethical hacking and security assessment in our faculties. If let's say they would like to pursue their career, to become the digital forensic analyst, then they can also extend their career by taking the subjects or elective subjects of the digital forensics. So we also offering a lot of a different kind of, the majoring related, I would say subjects related to security like pen tests, digital forensic, cyber law, and also biometrics. And then not to forget as well, the IoT and also the AI, the booming technology for now. So this is something that I would like to share. And of course, if you're asking me that whether the male or female, then like continuing with my topic earlier, we have a lot of competitions, the invitation from the industry, and they even have a category, like the best female team, but they don't have a best male team. So you can see that in the field of security, they are very encouraging the enrollment of the female students, and also I would say that the entry, it is a good entry for the female, especially in the security field.
Yeah, the thing is, I think we would have to tell all the girls out there, those who are in school, do not see the computing field or the IT field as being difficult or masculine and not having the human interaction, and you have to be like super geniuses to do IT or computer science. It's something that is doable. It is something that can be picked up by many. It doesn't matter male or female, and usually when we talk about technology, the girls would take a back seat a little bit compared to the boys, right? So girls out there, we have like what Dr. Wan was saying just now, Dr. Uy was saying just now, we are moving towards having more and more empowerment for the girls in STEM. So, speaking of girls in STEM, I have a degree in Bachelor of IT from University Malaya and Masters in Science from Creative Multimedia. And this is something we see that we want more girls to be not afraid to venture into what is seen as previously only the male-dominated field. So taking into that, and also what Dr. Uy has elaborated on the cybersecurity and security technology program in MMU, will now play back a short film by our alumni, Gus Abu Bakar, on the security and cybersecurity domain to illustrate what we were saying about having security technology. So MMU Studios, please do roll back the short film.
Halo.
Ya, jadi salam sejahtera Aunty Mary. Saya Hafiz, wakil daripada GAB Bank. Tujuan saya telefon Aunty ini adalah untuk membuat pengesahan ya tentang transaksi bernilai RM50,000.
Apa? Aileen!
Apa? Apa jadi? Okey. Loudspeaker.
Cuba awak ulang sekali apa yang awak cakap tadi.
Salam sejahtera Aunty. Ya, saya Hafiz. wakil daripada GAB Bank. Ya, tujuan saya menelpon Aunty ini adalah untuk membuat pengesahan ya tentang satu transaksi bernilai RM50,000 yang dikeluarkan dari akaun Aunty.
Hei, mana saya ada guna duit saya sebanyak macam itu?
Menerusi sistem kami ya. Aunty, memang terbukti Aunty ada membuat transaksi untuk pembelian beg berjenama mewah berkulit buaya campur kulit landak. Ya.
Tunggu sekejap ya. Ayah, solo ya. Kamu ada curi ya? Kad kredit Ma pergi beli beg mahal tu.
Mana ada? Takkan saya buat macam tu.
Cakap betul.
Tak ada.
Tak ada?
Tak ada, janji. Tak ada.
Ya, sekarang macam mana ni ya? Kita nak buat apa ni ya? Cepat. Call Erwin. Cepat call Erwin. Cepat sekarang. Tanya dia nak buat apa. Cepat.
Hello, Alvin. Pihak bank baru call tau. Cakap nak belanja RM50,000.
Okey, Ailing. Bawa bertenang. Kamu layan orang itu dulu. Bagi abang sasat sekarang. Okey. Azmi, Bala.
Cakap layan. Alvin cakap je. Anything. Cakap je.
Sekarang apa patut saya buat
Baik, Aunty jangan risau ya. Jika Aunty cuba menafikan tentang pembelian tersebut, saya terpaksalah membuat laporan polis lah untuk membuat siasatan.
Kalau saya report polis sendiri, polis tak layan ke?
Baik. Jika itu yang Aunty nak, tak apa, jangan risau. Saya akan transferkan panggilan saya ni kepada pegawai polis yang bertugas. Ya, Aunty ya?
Jadi sebentar ya.
Tu Malaysia ada lagu tu ke?
Halo, saya Inspektur Samsul daripada Balai Polis Kuchai Lama.
Okey, macam mana?
Confirm. Yes. Mamat ni memang skema. Modus operandi yang sama, 15 kes dengan polis.
Aku dah agak dah. Okey, Bala. Cari lokasi dia. Azmi, cari profil scammer ni. Now.
The location is detected. Ini tak jauh daripada kawasan kita.
Nampak macam kawasan perumahan. 5 km daripada sini.
Okey, korang tunggu sini dan pastikan update aku kalau dia bergerak.
Jadi, saya sarankan supaya Puan Mary berikan nombor akaun dan juga nombor password Puan Mary kepada Encik Hafiz.
Dia sedang bergerak keluar. Alvin, cepat!
Okey, Bala. Perhatikan dia dulu. Aku dah nak sampai. Soal tipu dah dekat.
Okey, Aunty. Sekarang ni pihak polis... Sebentar, Aunty ya. Okey. Pihak polis sudah dimaklumkan. Cuma sekarang ni kami perlukan nama Aunty, nombor akaun Aunty dan juga nombor kad pengenalan. Tak lupa password lah. Apa yang Aunty nak risaukan? saya bukan boleh buat apa pun dengan anti punya nama dan nombor akaun anti tu. Saya ni operator bank aja, saya tak boleh buat apa-apa dengan maklumat anti.
Oh, kau yang scam aku je?
Kau dah pilih salah orang hari ni. Mana ada? Saya tengah tengok apa ni forex. Bursa saham. Ada saham naik, saham yang turun.
Bursa saham. Kau ingat aku bodoh ke?
Ada! Police brutality! Tolong!
Bawa dia pergi.
Dia bukan polis ni. Ni tentera! Tentera Amerika ke mana? Wei! Apa salah aku,
Hello?
Hello, Elvina. Elvin.
Ya, Mak. Nasib baik Aileen call I cepat tadi. Kalau tidak, tak tahulah macam mana.
Memang Aileen pandai. Elvin pun pandai. Dua-dua pandai. Pandai macam saya, Ma.
Ya, Ma.
Ya! Yes! Ya!
Welcome back. You are with me on MMU Virtual Info Day, and we are looking into the domains of IT and computer science. So, Dr. Uy, we were been talking about the cybersecurity and security technology before we did that video playback. If you can share with us a little bit, I know it could be very long and technical, but if you want to share to all those who are having the interest to pursue something like cybersecurity or security technology, what would be the feel or what basically entails the field of cybersecurity? It's more like macam kalau ambil cybersecurity ni sebenarnya kita belajar apa, like what is it that in security technology or cybersecurity different from the other parts of computer science and IT?
Okay. So of course, I try not to be like too long. So I will just pick one of the subject which I teach, I like, and I think is the most interesting one. We teach the students how to do the hacking. So this is the best part. I don't think that other measuring will have this. So we teach the students how to hack this because we want them to think and also, try to get the thinking of the hackers. So you have to hack your system before they hack your system. If let's say that you are managed to hack your system, so it proves one thing that your system is not secure. But of course, there is a gray line over here. What we actually teach is that we teach you the skills, but we also try to say that this is ethical hacking, meaning to say you must get the permission from the owner before you actually penetrate or hack the system. And of course, the best part is that the pay is very high and it is highly demanded across Malaysia, Asia, and even for other countries, like for example, United States. So we have a very high demand for the penetration testers. You can view it like an auditor. So it's like in the accounting, we have an auditor to check your account, the statements, to verify the statements. But in the security, in any part, as long as you have an internet, IoT or AI, we are relying on the network. As long as you have a network, there'll be hackers around. They can hack a smart car, they can hack a smart fridge, or even a smart photostat. anything that connected to the network, there is a possibility for them to hack. So our job is that we try to hack it before it was really hacked down by the real hackers. So this is what we call as a penetration testers. It is same as an auditor, but we are the security auditor. And this is the best, I would think that this is the best one, and this is why I'm in this field. So it's so interesting. You see that every year that we have the new technologies, you have a new phone. So the hacking, the things that you see, the things that you hack will be like changing every year. Of course, it's stress. I admit it's stress, but I think this is a satisfaction. You know, you see every like, new challenges, new techniques, you discover everything by yourself. So it is a strong feel of the satisfactions that you will find in this subject, and of course in this course of majoring. But of course, it's not the only subject we taught. It's just that I would like to emphasize that it's because I'm the subject owner of that subject. So I have a very strong interest in that. So definitely we have others if to share with the students that what we actually have in the FIC. We also have the forensic. So of course the forensic that we have that here is not to detect the criminal suspect or like someone killed. Maybe someone get killed and then you go to the criminal scene and then try to get the evidences. It's a little bit different, but what we actually do here is that we do the digital evidence collection. For example, like the video we watched earlier. So the people is performing we call it as a phishing. So they might be having some information, for example, when he make the call, when he make the scam call, or maybe when he or she is trying to send the spam email. So all of this is the digital evidence which we can bring to the court and sue them. So the job to discover all of this evidence is what we call the digital forensics. So of course, we also have like biometrics. We teach the students how to use the AI methods, for example, the machine learning, and then recognize you based on your face, recognize you based on your voice, or even recognize you based on how you're actually walking. So this can be like used throughout for the surveillance, for access control, for authentications. So you will see that we have a lot of interesting subjects offering here. But of course, I'm not going to list all of them. It's gonna be a very long one.
Yeah, true. We have a very long listing of program offerings in the Faculty of FIST, Information Science Technology, which is based on our Malacca campus. You can check out the programs on our website. There are also various webinars that we have put in, also the details of the programs. We had Dr. Uy previously also on our MMU Speaks on Faculty of Information Science and Technology, where the programs are all listed. So this is like the gist of it. The gist of it, Dr. Uy is saying that out of the many things in the security technology and or cybersecurity offerings that we have, and of course because she is also partial towards it because it's her program, it's the hacking, and I hope I got it right? It's like hacking the how do you hack things, the ethical hacking. So that perhaps will have all the other components of security or cybersecurity into it. So that's Faculty of Information Science and Technology, where Dr. Uy is based. So now in Cyberjaya, we have Faculty of Computing and Informatics, where Dr. Wan Nur Shahida is the senior lecturer in there. So Dr. Wan in FCI, there's Computing and Informatics. So what's the difference when we talk about computer science and IT, computer science or computing and informatics? And the various programs. So in essence, how do we choose? How does a prospective student choose? Should I go computing or should I go into informatics?
Okay, hi. Hi again. Okay, so actually the name of our faculty is Faculty of Computing and Informatics. Originally, when we first started, when the faculty actually moved, okay, originally it was in Malacca, and then we moved to Cyberjaya sometime during the Y2K area time. Okay, so it was known actually by the name of Faculty of Information Technology. Okay, and sometime 2000, at the start of the 2010, around that time, we rebranded ourselves actually to become Faculty of Computing and Informatics. And I would say that is very relevant considering that we would consider information technology it by itself is actually together with computer science and information system and software engineering, and the whole thing is actually known as a computing field. And in fact, MDEC, which works closely with us, basically put everything together with creative multimedia faculty to become what they call as, they categorize it as what we call as digital technology. So these are digital technology programs actually at the universities. And in fact, I would like to also say that when we talk about computer science and information technology, the difference will just be between whether you are a practitioner, okay, or basically you are an algorithmist. Okay, so if you are more into becoming a practitioner, so information technology will be your field. So, and in our in FCI, for example, we have the two programs, computer science and information technology, and under both umbrellas. So we have computer science, we have 4 programs, which is under the software engineering, data science, cybersecurity, and also game development. And then under the umbrella of information technology, we have the information systems program. So when we talk about choosing, okay, information technology or computer science or information system or software engineering, basically they are all related to computing, only that when it comes to the program that we offer in FCI under the IT program, it will be more towards you becoming a practitioner, and we include like subjects that is related to management and then enterprising, so that then by the time you graduate, then you will actually be well versed as well as knowledge on IT or computing. You would also be known or well versed with certain parts on the enterprise related or management related and also information in the information system. And then when we talk about the computer science program at FCI, we are looking more towards you becoming like a hardcore, I would say not really, when we say hardcore programmers, people do not like it, but I would say we are taking you to become more like an algorithmic person. So you will be the one to actually, we hope that by the time you graduate, you will be able to be the one to create the algorithm, maybe. We in the computer science program, we have programming, okay, and we even have maths programming, and one of our, I would say, the most popular program in FCI is actually data science, and data science has a lot of, combines both statistics, probability with programming and visualization of data and so on. Okay, so yeah, so that will be the what would be the differences between computer science and IT, I would say. But if you are talking about what would be hot, okay, taking from the talk by Dr. Aziz earlier, so I would say what would be hot? Somehow it is said that the areas of ABC will be the hot items at this era. So basically A will refer to artificial intelligence, and then B will be referring to big data, and then C is the area of cybersecurity. So and for MMU, both our sister campus in Malacca, FIST, and also in FCI, we actually offer all 3 ABCs. Only that maybe the names will be slightly different, just to differentiate the 2 faculties, okay. But then the gist of the programs or the subject matter is still within the computing standards, and also within and will actually be fitting the ABC field, I would say.
So, okay, now that you have mentioned that we have the ABC in computing and informatics, and this is all under digital technology programs where we talk to MDEC, for example. So, within this ABC, maybe that the one you can elaborate a little bit in terms of career prospect. And of course, when we talk about career prospect, we would want to know which one pays more. Is it the A, the B, and the C? And of course, between the A and the B and the C, which is easier, which is more difficult, and of course, which one pays more? The A, B, or C?
Okay. Before we start with the career on ABC, I would also like to inform everyone that the university or MMU under the faculty, both faculty of FCI and also FIST, we are actually part of the premier digital tech universities or premier digital tech institution, or short form PDTI, that MDEC is actually categorizing everyone here. Okay, so we received that particular what we call recognition as a premier digital tech of universities in the early days back in 2017, together with the likes of Okay, so basically the premier digital tech premier digital tech initiative basically is actually they are wanting to do and to put us and recognize us as universities that offer top quality digital tech programs. So we are kind of like Ivy League of premier universities that offers premier digital tech programs. Okay, so that's part of what MDEC initiative is, and we are actually part of that, and therefore we have basically been acknowledged as one of the top universities providing top quality digital tech programs. And when we talk about career path, and so MDEC being one of the GLCs I would say government agencies in Malaysia, they help Malaysia to seek talents from the universities, from the top universities, from these premier digital tech universities, and at the same time they also bridge the gap between the talent, which is actually the provider of talents, to industry, which is actually the one who sought for talents. Okay, and according to of course they would actually do surveys and so on. So and then they do lots of program and also research and so on. So between the ABC areas, okay, Malaysia is still lacking in the area of cybersecurity actually. Okay, so I would say like what Dr. Uy mentioned, yes, I would say we still need lots of cybersecurity specialists. Okay, so and therefore that is actually in demand. Okay, and I believe I'm not quite sure in terms of pay how much, but I know that these ABC fields are actually paid higher than other programs. Okay, and when we talk about AI, so AI itself and big data actually related. So big data itself leads to, is related to data science. AI also is actually related to data science, and in data science, we have a program of data science in Cyberjaya, and we have also a program in AI in Melaka. And I think when we talk about AI, then Dr. Uy should be the best person to talk about it. But in Cyberjaya, when we talk about the program on data science, for example, we are actually looking at the whole pipeline from end to end, from the start that you collect data, how do you prepare your data, and then we look into how we can create algorithm and then make use of algorithm to learn something from data, and then up to the point where you would then present your data, and how you present it is very important. So that will be the whole pipeline of the data science program that we have in FCI. And it is actually, and we were actually one of the first university that offers a data science degree program. I know that UM is okay. UM is offering a data science program at master's level. Again, we are actually doing it at the undergraduate level. So we are among the first for data science, and in fact that will be the most popular program. And we now have the cybersecurity program at our faculty as well. And but the differences, if you're asking about the differences between our program in Cyberjaya to the program in Melaka, we are focused on the algorithmic part of the cybersecurity. So basically, we have the blockchain subject as well thrown into the whole program. And in fact, at the faculty, we also have a center of excellence that that was a grant given by MDEC. Okay, we established that center of excellence on big data and blockchain technology to support basically the teaching and learning for the program that we have in both data science and also in cybersecurity at FCI. Okay, but I should not be talking about just the two programs. So we do have software engineering, we do have information system, and we do have game development. Okay, so I would particularly, although I'm not a person that teaches game, okay, but my husband does. Okay, so I would say that and looking at the I mean the I would say the environment now, I would say women are actually not many in the game area or game or becoming a game developer. So yeah, if you are the kind that likes to play games, I would say not just play games. Okay, you should be the one to create games, because creating games is actually another area that and another source of income that you can actually have, considering that like for now the COVID time, everyone is actually at home. So playing games is actually one of the mental stress reliever, I would say. Yeah, so we kind of, maybe we will probably need that. And I would like to encourage girls to also go into game development. I would say that.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, Dr. Wan. Yes, therefore, I guess the ABC would have to be continued to D, E, F, G. Then we have G at game development. So you cannot, so ABC then continue G. Makin bertambah kan the domains. Thank you very much for differentiating computer science and IT. I think it's interesting that you have pointed out. We have also discussed this in various other webinars in terms of what entails computer science and how do we nurture the various traits to go into computer science and whatnot. We have the one featured on MMU Speaks On already. We have the one also featured in Bicara Persada Multimedia. So we can always go back to the previous episodes and look into the sharing before. So girls, if you are listening to this and you want to be inspired over Dr. Wan's story as how she grew up and what was the exposure she had while she was growing up, then check out in one of our, I think, MSO, right? If it's not mistaken, ke BPM, Dr. Wan?
I think it was BPM, Bicara Persada Multimedia. I did talk a lot about myself then. Yeah, because I was actually not from the IT field. I actually graduated from an engineering degree, electrical engineering actually. So I'm still in love with the field of robotics. I still am in love with the field of engineering. So but I know that when I'm in Faculty of Computing and Informatics. So we are actually the backbenchers, I would say, macam apa, the one yang behind the scene. We should be considered frontliners also for COVID time, because without us, so all the network will be down. So who will take care of all this system that is placed on the web and so on?
The frontliners at the back end.
Yes.
So speaking of the frontliners of the back end system, I think MOH recently, if not like 2 days ago, announced that they have the new portal for COVID now. And one of the developers, if I'm not mistaken, is an alumni from the Faculty of Computing and Informatics. So you can check that out also in terms of of alumni, what FCI has produce, the various industry captains and industry players who are leading the emerging areas. So back to Dr. Uy, if you can elaborate as how you have started, and Dr. Wan has mentioned like the computer or cyber security and the career prospect, whatnot. Also, just now Dr. Wan said something like in terms of artificial intelligence, the computer side dekat Cyberjaya, then there's one part also happening in FIST. So maybe Dr. Uy, you can elaborate what is happening in FIST, complementing what is happening in Cyberjaya in terms of the programs that we offer under digital technology.
Okay. So yes, so we have a one measuring here, which we call as the artificial intelligence. So in that artificial intelligence, I don't everyone know that this is the booming as of now as well. Like you can use a speaker and you can talk to a speaker even as well, like the Xiaomi product. You can talk to her and asking, okay, is it going to rain tomorrow? And speaker will ask, it will telling you that no, it's not going to rain. But how is this working? So this is all about the AI, or we said that they sort of automated. They try to automate some tasks, and then we train the machine to behave like a human. Of course, they need a lot of training data. I try to be like not overly technical there, but the concept is that we train the machine to behave like a human and make our task easier. Like assist the human towards a better life. So yes, we have the AI here, and of course, complementing to the majorings that offered in Cyberjaya. Not to forget that no matter computer science or IT, we cannot run away from programming. I have some experience where the students telling me that they love hacking. They like to play game, but they hate programming. Then that is impossible. I mean, to be frank with you, this is, if you really want to pursue this career, one thing you have to tell yourself, you have to love programming. You cannot run away from programming despite whatever measuring you are. AI, security, data science, data communication, and even we have a business intelligence analyst over here. So you cannot run away from programming, because programming is the main language that you use to communicate with the computer. You need to teach the computer, you teach the machine, okay, what you want them to do. So they recognize the pattern for you, that is AI. They help you to find the vulnerability, that is the cybersecurity. They help you to sort out a million of information and give you a conclusion, that is what we call the data science. So you see, you cannot run away from programming. If you do not know programming, you cannot communicate with the machine. So yes, I mean, this is something that I would like to also share with everyone. If you love IT or computer science, no matter Malacca or Cyberjaya, whatever majoring, first you need to love programming. So if let's
sorry, Dr. Uy, I'm gonna stop you at that and pick it up on programming. Programming is always associated to any computer science school or IT school being the most difficult subject. I know I struggled my programming classes. It's not easy. It's always associated to being difficult. Something like at maths where we were doing SPM back then. So do you think it's such that programming is difficult?
Yes, it's difficult, but you view that way. If you love K-pop, you will have, you have a determination to love Korean language, isn't it? You want to talk to your oppa. So now, if you want to talk to a computer, then learn the programming. That is their language.
Okay, all right. We can take that into consideration. That's a good example. All right. So I guess you were saying just now before I interrupt you on
about the job, because you were asking that, like which job is paying the highest, right? So of course, AI, data science, they pay very, very high. And if let's say, since I'm from cybersecurity, then maybe I would just like to share also, cybersecurity, the most earning job is actually the bounty, we call them bug bounty. It means that it is a programmer, but it is not the one who do the programming, but they try to find the bugs from the programs. So this is the first level that we can prevent I would say that we will prevent the hackers to hack into the system. Is if they can hack, it means that we have a careless mistake. It could be from the software level, or it could be from the hardware level. So the bug bounty specialist is that they try to find the bugs from the program. before we release it on the industry. So that is the highest job demand in industry as well, and the highest pay as well. So you see, you can't run away from programming. If you do not know programming, you cannot find the bugs.
Yeah, and this bounty specialist is a real designation in a career.
Yes, yes. You can see it's the highest job demand across the cybersecurity career in United States and also in Malaysia and in Asia as well. So we can foresee that they will have a demand like almost like more than 31% in the next 10 years.
All right. So with this digital technology, all these new emerging positions, with IR 4.0 that we will never have thought back then, when answering the teacher's question, apakah cita-cita anda? You know, we would never have thought one day we would say, cita-cita saya or my ambition is to be a bug bounty specialist, right? Or like a YouTuber. We have so much new career prospect and also positions with this emergence of digital technology. So thank you very much, Dr. Uy, for highlighting that one now. So I guess besides the what Dr. Wan had shared just now, what's hot in computing and informatics would be the ABC, which is the artificial intelligence, big data, and also cybersecurity. And Dr. Uy had also pointed out the hotness of these domains and its career, such as this bug bounty specialist. I'm sure there are many more, but this would be the two key takeaways that we can have from this MMU Virtual Info Day this segment. We will also have the various webinars to further elaborate this. So before we go, Dr. Uy, if you have some last words to say to those who are hearing this, whether live or later recorded.
Okay, so make it simple. Join us. Join us to discover more. I would say that MMU is a very, very beautiful campus. You know, like if you go to other universities, of course I'm not saying that they not, but in MMU you can see that teacher and students we play together. I mean, the teachers is like we not like using a classical way of delivering our teaching methods, but we hang around with our students. I take myself as an example. I brought my students all around in Malaysia. We join a lot of a competition. We play like a friends. But of course, as friends as well, you still have to submit assignment on time. But that is what I mean is that in MMU, you can see that we have a lot of friendly teachers. That is one thing that I can assure.
All right.
So join
Thank
us.
you.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Dr. Uy. So if Dr. Aziz earlier was saying that FOM has formally, which is having central to everything, treating the faculty like a family, therefore they have Faculty of Management or FOM, family, formally. Now, Dr. Uy in FIST, the Faculty of Information Science and Technology, says that in FIST, the students and the lecturers hang out technically together, going into the various competitions, try to hack this and that and work closely together like friends. I guess that's why they are all very hot and stay young. You know, you can go and check out FIST's social media and look at the details of what are the activities and programs under Faculty of Information Science and Technology. So, Dr. Wan, thank you very much. Before we go, perhaps you would want to give the closing sepatah dua kata.
Okay. Okay. So if you think that bug bounty is one of the new career of the future, so you should also know that there will be what we call as a data storyteller.
Oh my God, there's such career now for data storyteller.
Storyteller. Because kalau dulu when we were small, we used to hear all those pakcik-pakcik will actually tell you a story, okay, sang kancil and buaya and so on. So we do have, there is such a thing called a data storyteller, where these people actually, those people who are doing storytelling with data. So there is actually a community that actually looks into data and how it can be presented correctly, accurately, and then that actually tells a good story. And that's why it's called a data storyteller.
All right. Okay. Okay, that's one new career position that we know, which is a valid one. I'm sure like these are all valid kan, dia bukan kita buat-buat, these are really true and Okay, so we have data storyteller. Okay. So now the key takeaway also, besides having the bug bounty specialist, we have data storyteller.
Okay, so similar to Dr. Oi, I think just do come to MMU, and obviously we will not be opening yet for September intake, but for next year we will definitely be opening. And for Cyberjaya campus, it is actually a one campus that is within Cyberjaya, and Cyberjaya itself has a lot of good food, I would say, especially Arabic food. And we even have a shopping center nearby our campus with a bowling alley. So if you are the kind that likes likes bowling, then you can actually, it will not be a problem for you to be in Cyberjaya campus. So do join us and then experience what we have at both Melaka and also Cyberjaya campus.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Wan Nur Shahida. So that's all that we have for today's webinar on MMU Virtual Info Day, where we have been featuring since 2 o'clock what is hot in the field of management, information technology, and also computing or computer science. So thank you very much again, Dr. Ui, and also Dr. Wan, for being with us since 3 o'clock just now. For those who have been watching with us since 2 o'clock and those who have been joining us in the morning for the sports webinar also, thank you very much. Don't forget, MMU Virtual Info Day continues, where we have tonight's CHOP virtual concert. Everything now is on screen, right? So you have concert, you have webinar, you have this kind of interaction all happening on the screen. So we have this virtual concert featuring the president of MMU himself on Zoom platform. So if you are interested to watch this, please do sign up. We'll give you the registration and the link, whatnot, then you'll be able to join us tonight. Then stay tuned also for tomorrow as we continue what's definitely hot and getting hotter. So if you think hackathon and bug bounty and also data storyteller is hot, tomorrow things will get hotter in the field of digital technology, because MMU is you, leading the digital future. I'm Natalia, signing off for MMU. Thank you.
Multimedia University, because MMU is you, leading the digital future. Visit mmu.edu.my.